Well, Paul, first of all, a draw in the end. Has Jason Cowley potentially scored the most important goal so far this season?
Time will tell. Time will tell. I'm delighted for him. Absolutely delighted for him. He's found it difficult lately, but he's a player that wears his heart on his sleeves. He just loves to try and graft and help the team, and you see that every Tuesday and Thursday night at training. So I'm really, really pleased for him. But yeah, it's a good point. Performance-wise, I'm not going to sit here and try and kid people on. There's 4,000 people in the stadium. I'm not going to talk rubbish to him. I didn't think we were great. That's me being brutally honest. But when you're not great, especially this time of the year, if you can't win, just make sure you don't lose. And the character again, it's easy when you start losing games, and we did for a bit. You start hearing people saying, "Oh, they weren't trying, or they don't work hard enough, or they're deluded," and all the rest of it, and everything that comes with it. We're still here, 4 games to go, so we're still here.
You can't fault the commitment at 1 to 11.
No, honestly, every Tuesday, every Thursday, I'd invite supporters if they want to come and watch training on Tuesday and Thursday, and you'll see what the boys are desperate to do well for the supporters. They're talking about it after the game, about the magnificent support, the numbers. We're desperate to do well for them, sometimes too desperate, and it shows at times. I thought we were a bit anxious, might be the wrong word, but I just thought we were a bit nervy at times, and we're desperate to play forward very quickly. But again, we ain't got a point. By the way, you've got to give them credit. They're a good side at this level. 3 weeks ago they were top of the division, so they're a very good side where they've got a lot of depth, a lot of strength. We're a good manager, so yeah, a good point in the end.
A game with a lot of incident, 4 clear-cut penalty appeals. Should one of them be given at least?
Honestly. Take Campbell's, to be honest, don't think it's a penalty. So if it's not a penalty, book him. Brutally honest. Jayden White's got a 2-handed push in the box. If you don't give a penalty, you can't then give the foul against Matt Preston at the end for a 2-handed push at the edge of the box. I don't understand why we seem to referee different in the box to out the box. It's green grass, it's a football match. So I thought sometimes when you have a big home crowd, you either be as fair as you possibly can. I'm not saying it was unfair, because I'll get into trouble for that. I don't mean that. What I'm trying to say is you either subconsciously go, there's a big crowd here, I better make sure I manage the game as best I can. But I thought he got quite a lot wrong for both teams. I think the corner we score from, the first goal, is not a corner for us, honestly. I think the foul from Barbos for their first goal is not a foul. We should do better at it, 100% we should. So first 2 goals are 2 mistakes from the referee, but on our side we're disappointed with the man of the goal.
You had to bring off Diaz. Was that tactical because he picked up the yellow card?
Yeah. I thought that there was a bit of pressure from them, and we'd probably do the same to try and get him sent off. And I'm certain that I was told if one more he'd probably off the pitch, so we had to act. There was no point in me, whether that's them being clever and trying to be clever with loss and going down easily and surrounding the referee, and that's football. I'm not complaining about that, so I had to get him off the pitch. So yeah, I don't like taking people off the first half, but Lawson's an experienced player and he totally understands.
And before kick-off a blow, we know Carl Howkins. What's the situation there?
Yeah, Kyle's struggled. We missed him. We missed Kyle. He's been colossal for us. He's struggling with illness. I know myself, it's been going about, so we tried to give him as late as we possibly could. He missed training Thursday. I was obviously in touch with him yesterday, and then about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning, spoke to him, and he's still struggling. So we just had to obviously make the decision where he was going to be unavailable.
Do you think he'll be all right for Oxford?
I'd like to think so, yeah. I hope so. I hope he's not got any long term. He's got a young kid who's had it as well, and his wife as well, and I believe his wife's pregnant. So we just hope that first and foremost them as a family are safe and well, and his wife's okay with the pregnancy and stuff. But we hope that he'll be back Tuesday.
Just their 2 goals, was that just a bit of a lapse in concentration by the players unmarked?
First one, we're really disappointed. I think Skins just switches off because it's the ball's so far in the air that he thinks that Theo's probably going to come, and then Theo thinks that the ball just dies in the air. So we're disappointed with that. Second goal, was more disappointed in the timing of it. We went and got back in the game, and then a couple of minutes later you go and surrender the lead again. But I've got to say that I don't want to sound negative. There's 4 games to go and we're still in it. But I knew it was going to be really, really tough, and I know I sound negative, and I was speaking to the chairman at length about it yesterday when I come out and say we're overachieving, and again I get called deluded and madness and all the rest of it. And I'm okay with that. That's football. We're all experts. However, when I came into this job, I wanted to give the supporters something to get behind. That's 2 years in a row now. We've just surpassed the last season's points total, and we're still fighting. We are still fighting, and we're not going away.
Your 100th game in charge as well, some milestone. I bet it feels like it's flown by, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly it does. It's flowing. I'm pretty sure I was less grey hair, but I've loved it. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say it's had its challenge. It's not had its challenges, but it's a privilege to stand on the side and stand in front of these supporters and represent them. I'm just a small ingredient of the football club. I'm doing our absolute best to bring the best and success to the football club, and yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm appreciative of the opportunity the board's given me, and yeah, we're still here.
And clearly the fans appreciate you. Over 4,000 here today. I know a fair few from Chester as well, but you know, you're in their hearts.
Yeah, but again, and I'm not just saying this to try and get brownie points for the players. They genuinely speak about the fantastic support. They're outstanding. They come in their numbers, and I know for a fact we'll go to. I hate asking supporters to come to the games and at the same time I don't want to look or sound expectant that I just expect them to turn up. I said the other day in an interview, it's difficult. We've just hit April where all the bills went up and the world's difficult, so I understand how difficult it is. We're onto the Easter holidays now, so kids that want to spend money left, right and centre. I've got two of my own, it's carnage, but we just really appreciate the support. We've got 4 games left, we need them every step of the way, and we'll do our best to get over the line for them.
Were you aware that Caddis, with a really late equaliser, kept you in the playoff positions?
Equaliser, was it? No, it wasn't.
Buxton, so it kept you were out of the playoff positions, and then that equaliser from Caddis gets you straight back in.
Yeah, and it won't be the last. It won't be the last twist in the tail. So I said to the players before the game, and I was adamant on it. We cannot affect anything outside Edgar Street, anything outside our dressing room. Just deliver what we've got in front of us, manage what we've got in front of us. And what will be, the players have put the club in an unbelievable position with 4 games to go, with in a brilliant position, and listen, we won't go down without a fight, and we're still there. I don't mean down, I mean we won't stop fighting, and we'll continue to do that.
Just final thoughts from me then. Just you got Oxford and Leamington. On paper they're the easier of games. Do you have to get 2 wins there to take the pressure off those Kiddie and Scunthorpe games?
I don't.
Do you look at it like that, or just look
no,
at it game by game?
No, I don't, because on paper Farsley away, Russell away was an easy game, and Needham Market home was a so-called easy game. South Shields was really difficult. Brackley was really difficult away, and you go and get results. So it's really difficult. Oxford are obviously safe now, which makes it, believe it or not, more difficult. I've been in teams where you're fighting for relegation, you're a bit anxious, and then I've been in teams where you're just seeing the season out, you're relaxed, the game becomes a little bit more calmer and you make better decisions. So no, we've got full respect. Paul Holland at Leamington, when they come here, is an unbelievable manager. He's had longevity in the game. They won't come without a fight. We'll go to Oxford, they know it'll be difficult. It's on a 4G pitch, but those 2 are obviously the next 2, but then we've got 2 after that. So both of them won't be anywhere near easier than the last 2. They're all difficult games, especially at this time of the year. So again, look after ourselves.
Well, congratulations on 100th game in charge. It was a deserved point in the end. I think you kicked and headed every ball down there as well.
Yeah, I do. I just
who would be a manager?
Yeah, exactly. I know it's a difficult gig, but just you've just got to try and give it everything. You want to win for your team. You want to try and get behind them. You want to support them in every possible way. And sometimes I forget I'm 3 stone overweight and I can't kick every ball, but I'm still there, and I love the players, I love working with them, I love representing them, and I just want to do the best for them.
I reckon you can still do a job. Thanks very much, Paul.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Paul, 1 second. So do moments like that last minute today, can that change the season obviously going forward, because obviously 4 games to go, change the mood in the change room, maybe changes with the draw?
Yeah, it changes the mood with the 4,000 people here to start with, so the momentum of not losing, that's against 3 unbeaten now, so if you don't get that equaliser, you're going into Oxford and you hear all the chat, it's a must win, we've got to do this, we've got to do that, so it probably just brings a bit of calmness. Understand, we're all football supporters, we all go in with a hectic mindset that we need to win every game, so it'll be a vital goal, hopefully, when we look at it in 3-4 weeks time, but time will tell.
Because at a time now, a season where one mistake like that can not
absolutely, of course, and we just hope that we're not on the end of any mistakes or any individual mistakes, but as you said, it's just momentum. Now that you score, I think it helps if we had scored in the 56th minute to make it 2 each. It's like, but the supporters are leaving a bit of euphoria and we're all buzzing. I'm saying everyone, I'm not exactly buzzing, I'm happy that we've got a point, but it stands you in good stead moving forward. It's 3 unbeaten, it keeps the place upbeat, and we go to Oxford, we're not going to be a really tough game.
And 100 games as manager, would you do it all again?
Yeah, listen, it's flown and it genuinely has. It's been difficult, it's been long nights, long mornings. I spend a lot of time in my office, I spend a lot of time in Hereford. I'm 3.5 hours away from home, but it's all I know, it's my livelihood. I'm desperate to do well, and I've loved it. I've loved the support I've had from within. I've more and more as it's went on, I've understood more and more how the workings, how things work behind the scenes in terms of finances, and understand the supporters and the frustrations, and I get it, and I'll stick by it though. And managers have told me that I've worked under, when you win, it lasts about 10 minutes. When you lose, it lasts until the next game. So it's been a real mixed emotions, but 100 and hopefully one day I'm standing and saying I've managed 1,000 games.
And I'm guessing in nearly 2 seasons you've probably changed a lot as a manager and your ideals and what you think going into things.
Yeah, the last season's team's probably a completely different team to this year. Last season we were, and this isn't a disrespect thing, we were almost thrown together. We had to, and I was new to the division, they were new, but what an unbelievable effort they had. The players had last year as well to get us in a decent position. I know we had to win about 17-0 last game of the season, but we've produced again, and we're still there. And this year we've got a lot more physicality. I know we're a bit smaller today, but a lot more physicality to the team. We've got different dimensions. So but I'm looking forward to the last 4 games. I said to the players, enjoy it, because you could be in a position where you've got nothing to play for with 4 games, and just enjoy it, embrace it. And I was fortunate enough as a player to win 2 titles. I got promoted a couple of times. I survived relegation. I've been relegated. So when I say enjoy these moments, I genuinely wish I was still playing, because they're the best moments in your career.
I suppose days like today are the rewards for scrappy wins in the North East on a Tuesday night.
Exactly. Yeah, of course. And every game's going to be difficult. Every game has its challenges. It's like Fars last week, trust me, was difficult leading up to that, because everyone expects you to turn up, and we do as well to a degree, but in a more respectful manner. You've got to go and perform to win. You don't perform, you don't win. Whereas from the outset, everyone looks at it and goes, they'll just turn up and win. It's never like that. So we again, Oxford City, they're safe. Everyone will think they're on holiday mode. They won't be. It's a difficult place to go. They've had some brilliant wins this year at home. It's on a 4G pitch. So everything adds up, and I'm a firm believer in 4 games time we'll be where we deserve to be.
Thank you.
All right, cheers guys.